is the Judy TV show. My channel, as you know, where I talk about marriage and marriage-related trending issues. Today is a special one in this live streaming. Hey, see who is here. My friend, Holy Ray. You need to see this baby. You need to hear her talk, okay? She runs relationship saga on Eagles FM, okay? She's an on-air personality, and then today in this live we'll be talking about her her senior colleague, retired now. That is Daddy Freeze, you know.
A really senior colleague retired.
Yes, he is not your senior colleague, but he's retired.
Yes,
I think it was Obia FM.
Yes,
so for
he
a good
was
number
also
of years.
during his time.
Yeah, who doesn't know Daddy Freeze? You know, in fact, I don't even know his actual name. I just know he's a diary, but you know, everybody is Daddy Freeze, you know. And so we'll be reacting to this adultery saga that is, you know, he's been accused of, that the High Court in Port Harcourt found him guilty and fined him 5 million, and then appeal court also in Port Harcourt also upheld that judgment. Then I've actually done a video on that, but I now say to know. Let's
have a conversation
on that, because my friend
so that even women can learn. Women should learn.
Like William will say, you learn. You know, so feel free to join us, and then while we are having the conversation. Now the thing is this, Holy.
Yeah.
You know, the whole story is that Daddy Freeze was actually married before. You know, I had a child, 2 children, a boy and a girl, but I wouldn't know what happened between him and his wife. And then at the end of the day, the wife left him with the children. I think she relocated to US and all that, because I recall a post that I saw where Daddy Freeze was saying that if he sees his children now, he might not recognize them because it's been quite a number of years.
Really?
But I wouldn't know how that ended, whether they went to court or whatever to divorce, or the woman just left on her own and all that. And then the lady in his life now, who is now his wife, her name is Benedicta Elechi. Benedicta was married to Paul Odekina, and Paul is a human resources manager with Total PLC Nigeria.
Okay.
And they were just doing good for, Total, somebody that's working in Total is not a small guy now, you know, and they had 3 children together. They've been married for 10 years or so. And then in 2012, according to Benedicta, because she did a video on that, you know, she now filed for a divorce. And then somewhere along the line, she met Daddy Freeze and everything. They got on well, and then, you know, they had a child together, a boy. I wouldn't know his name. I think the boy is about 7 or 8 now or so. And then they now got married, which year now, but in the UK. And then after that, you know, the Paul, the wife, or the husband of Benedicta, now sued the East for adultery, to which the High Court in Port Harcourt found him guilty and then fined him 5 million naira. And then he appealed that decision, that judgment, and then appeal court also upheld that judgment. You know? And now he's still saying that he will not pay, and then he has gone to the Supreme Court.
See, number one thing I want to understand is Daddy Freeze. Of all people,
is Daddy Freeze.
That is always causing chaos and saga on social media with people's relationships.
The same Daddy Freeze.
So he also have cockroach in his cupboard.
The same Daddy Freeze.
Along. See, this one, I am shocked because number one, I never knew Daddy Freeze is married. Because the way he attacks people on social media, you will never know that he is not a saint. You see, now he is not even just say married or divorced or separated. He was married and was never divorced officially. And then he came and then got another wife. Omar, if this was somebody else, I know by now that I'm on air. I am on live.
To be fair to him, I wouldn't know how his relationship with his first wife ended.
But no matter how it ended.
No. It's not even his own that is the problem now. It is Benedicta's own. It was Benedicta's husband that sued him for adultery.
Oh.
The problem I have with this, you know, because Benedicta did a video in which she was trying to explain that the husband is a Gabriel. If you know what I mean.
Yes.
And that he's also not strong in the life of his children, you know, financially. That was why she sued him since 2012. And then, you know, she now met Daddy Freeze. She says she's happy that Daddy Freeze is helping her to take care of her kids and everything, that she's in love and so on and so forth. How can you be suing for child custody when you don't take care of those children and everything? I'm like, sis, calm down. Bro. Number one, the man that is taking care of your children, who's taking care of his own children?
Of his own children.
Because he has to with his first wife.
The first wife.
So he's taking care of your own now, and then you're clapping for him and whatever. But the major problem here, the major challenge is that divorce process was not finalized. You know, before she now
with the recent wife now.
Yes, with Benedicta. Before she now, the deceased now moved on with her.
For in that case,
they have a child together.
And they have a child already.
That's the evidence that's on ground. Now, if they had carried on the relationship,
it would have been different.
Nobody would have known.
But now you have a child.
But you know, that's an evidence. And that was why the husband apparently now went and sued for adultery. And once you mention that there's a child, you know, the judge would now say, okay, there's a case of adultery. And they went there in UK. That's a confirmation that they know, because this divorce hasn't put through here. That was why they went.
So they went to do like a secret, like a silent wedding.
That is very quiet, you know, ceremony they held like that in UK. You know.
Number one,
okay,
I want to say that women. I'm not talking about just Daddy Freeze wife now. Generally, right?
Yes.
Do you know we have so many married women who are no longer together with their husbands, and they are going about parading themselves like they are free? Yeah. So that, of course, is an offense, because you know that you are still married, you've not been divorced officially. With this person, you claim that he is a Gabriel.
Yeah.
You never knew that he was like that. Even if you later knew that that is who he is, it does not stop you from moving on to a relationship, even getting to the extent of getting married secretly and even having a child. If I was her husband, I would not only sue Daddy Freeze, I will sue the two of them. Yes, she will pay, because that's infidelity from some areas where people come from, right? There are some traditions that a married woman is not supposed to do all of that outside.
Yes.
Okay, suppose the tradition, that's why I used to blame African culture. They will now go and do tradition that will affect only the man. What of the woman that did not stay in one place?
Okay, let me even bring this thing in. Now that you have mentioned that, there's a lawyer. I used to think that man is a lawyer to Yul Edochie.
Okay.
But what the man said in this that the first matter
case,
in the case, you know, that made me to like, is this man really? I don't know. The man said that the Freeze is not wrong, right? And he's a lawyer. That the Freeze is not wrong. Why should a woman file for divorce since 2012, over 12 years now or thereabout, and the court has not dissolved that marriage? But after 4 years, do you not expect the woman to have sex? And I am like, you're talking of sex, Olga? A lawyer? You mean the High Court and the Appeal Court, the both courts that ruled? You know, they don't know what the evidence that they presented before them. So they don't know what they're telling. So I said to the man, no. This position you're taking is wrong. I thought what you should have just done is write to the National Assembly and tell them to amend the laws that every divorce case should be like 2 years or 3 years at the most. But for you now to come and be talking like that means you're
encouraging them.
Exactly. You're
also rubbishing, yes, even the judicial system.
Exactly.
It means
and you are a lawyer.
You're saying that they don't know what they are doing.
And I said to Benedicta, this video that you did now, you're explaining the reason why you sued your husband. There are people that because their spouse lied to them, they will sue for divorce. So you have every right, especially when you discover that this guy is Gabriel, right? But the point is that you should have made sure that this marriage was dissolved and then pronounced dissolved before you move on with your life. In which case, what you're supposed to do, rather than doing this video that you're talking to us, because as community, online community, what do you want us to do?
The thing is, it has happened. So
it has happened.
So what you should have get away out
exactly what you should have done
of her reactions.
I think so too. What you should have just done was to get in touch with your lawyers. Your legal team should be the one that will work on this. Right, to ensure that this thing, they expedite action on that to get you divorced
while you keep your relationship
secret, you know, while this thing is happening. Because I gave her an example and I said to her, look at Yul Edochie, for instance. May is handling her own in a very smart and a very wise way. And you don't tell me that people are not making passes at her. But she kept on telling them, I'm still married. Even this lawyer that was not saying that that the freeze is not guilty or whatever. The same lawyer, was always been analyzing that of May Edochie and everything. He was the one that said that Yul beats May, and that Danielle, the first daughter of Yul and May, once asked him for school fees, and the man said, your mother makes more money than myself, so go to her. That is the same lawyer. And then the same lawyer is now coming to say that no, that the freeze didn't do anything. I said, sir, how can you be talking like, you can even write to the National Judicial Council and tell them to review this.
See, I don't like people that cannot say the truth.
Exactly.
When you see facts, just say it the way it is.
Exactly.
You shouldn't do anything at the expense of another person. If it is red, just say it is red. There is no need painting black, white, simply because you don't want to hurt this person or you don't want this person to feel bad about it. It doesn't matter who is feeling bad about it.
Yes.
The whole issue is the whole chaos about Yul Edochie, May, the first wife, right?
Yes.
She has been very, very prudent.
Yes,
that woman handled everything that is happening with diplomacy.
Yes.
Let me use that word.
Yes.
She did handle it with diplomacy. She did not act when people wanted her to act. You did not hear a word from her. We just see that she's exceeding.
Yes.
We just see that she's making waves. She's going places secretly, silently. She's just making waves for herself.
Like you said.
She and she keeps going.
Yes.
So the thing now is, for me to hear this one about that the freeze, since that day on social media, I've just been anyone I open, I'll be looking at them like this. That the freeze of all people, because I know that if this sound or this noise, this chaos right now, if it was about somebody, I know what that man would do right now. Yes. I know how he would take it.
There was even a time. There was even a time he told the youths that they shouldn't be buying lands, that they should be buying wristwatches. And
you don't know the fight between VDM and that.
In fact, VDM told him that look, you have to come live to my own channel to come and explain yourself.
Stop advising you the wrong way.
And you know what that the free did? He said he's not going to pay that 5 million naira. Yes, and that his wristwatch costs about 100 million. So I say, what's the meaning of that?
Yes.
And you are supposed to be a leader of I think there's a church or something. No, there's a church.
He also holds
church or something. They say no,
he
there's
holds
a church.
position.
There's a church he said is the leader. He always says that, but he's not been saying it this year. There was a time, that time he always bashing pastors and everything. He will tell you that he's a leader of one free church or something. So I can't remember the name now, So for you now to come, you're wearing a wristwatch of 100 million naira and you're telling people that you're wearing it. So what are you talking about?
So are you not? No, that period were like. So are you not encouraging youth instead of investing in properties, they should go and buy
wristwatch?
Buy wristwatch.
In fact, that was where the problem had with
VDM that time.
That was where the problem started.
So the thing is that the social media have become more like a jungle.
Oh my goodness.
So in as much as everybody wants to survive, nobody is seeing things from a right perspective or direction. Everybody just wants to come on social media and say things sarcastically, however they want to say it. And they will do it with all manner of seriousness.
And
you understand?
Think that is how they are living
and
their
you
life.
don't know that there are some persons who go to social media, some are there to learn, some are there to copy. So what you now dispense on social media, it depends on who is having a direct contact with that message. Now, it's not everybody that have the capacity to be able to evaluate whatever they hear or see on social media.
No, not everybody.
So some persons might just see it the wrong way. Imagine me stumbling on social media and I will hear people saying that every single mother, you don't need to remarry again. Do you understand? For instance, then I feel like, okay, I'm a single mother and, I just saw this message on social media. I will begin to think about it. I'll begin to allow it worry my mental health, my psychological, my emotional well-being will be distorted because I am not thinking if that message I see is the right one or it's not the right one. But it is not left for me to understand, evaluate the message that this person is trying to pass and know how I can make use of it to my own advantage. Not everybody has that capacity.
Not everybody.
You understand?
Not everybody.
So it's just like, now I was telling my friend a few days ago and I said, social media have become like a web where people go there and drop whatever they feel like dropping. See,
and especially some people.
It's the, of course now, as far as relationship is concerned, if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't mean that it to not work for the other person.
Exactly.
So your destinies are not the same. You are different. I am different. So why would you feel like, okay, because you have a bad experience in your relationship, you come on social media and tell people this is what is it? Marriage is not a, marriage is a scam. Marriage is not a scam. No, you make your own marriage a scam.
Yeah,
so people should stop coming to social media and dumping everything they feel like, especially this same that they freeze. He has led a lot of people the wrong way with his words. I'm telling you, that's why you say even blessing CAO, they agree. Because that one will tell you you lie. And I like her.
Yeah.
Because she's always very straightforward. Yes. And she is so focused in her words. Whatever she wants to do or say, she means it.
Yes.
So there is nothing like painting words. She does not paint words. If she does not like what you're doing, she will tell you she doesn't like it. She doesn't like what you're saying, she will tell you she doesn't like what you're saying. All this unnecessary paparazzi for no reason, just because we want to make name on social media.
Exactly.
Man, Judy TV, this is not it at all.
No, but on a more serious note, like you just said now, that of Yul Edochie, if you observe very well, that woman has applied wisdom.
Of course she did.
And smartness in handling her own.
She did.
Right? Like I said, you don't tell me that people are not making passes at her.
Of course.
But she has always been like, no, yes, she has always been like, I am married. At a point, you now made one video that I saw, I had a good laugh, where he was saying, before you have anything to do with a married woman, make sure that the woman
I saw it.
You saw that video. Meanwhile, the you that is talking about, the Judy Austin she's talking about, Judy Austin was married with 2 children.
Are you for real?
Yes. Judy Austin was married with 2 children. The husband came out and did a video. That time the whole book started,
the whole saga started.
So you find out that, is maybe out of conviction or whatever that he has come out to say that. But in all, women, when you when you are in a relationship, I'm not saying when you see red flags or something, that you're not free to work, especially domestic violence. Okay?
Yes.
You can stay and see how the things can be worked out. But
before you jump into another relationship.
Don't just say because just say they made one mistake or let me just go out. Nobody is perfect, okay? You work on what you have.
Even the men. When you have that woman that is telling you, I was once married and this one happened, this and that, before you
very well,
you go intimate with that person, find out if she is officially divorced, or you might be bringing curses upon yourself.
Exactly.
It's not good, because the way married women that are separated are beginning to spread themselves like they are single women is very wrong, very, very wrong. If you are still married, yes, now if you've not officially separated from your husband, you shouldn't be going about and making it look like you're free, so you can tangle, you can mingle. So the men too are also making mistakes. They should make inquiry, go further, find out this woman that you love, is she officially divorced? Is she officially separated? Before you can go on with your relationship.
I think that is very key, and that is very important to avoid this, because it's not everybody that can see it and then walk away.
Yes, now
because by the time they say the man is jealous, and then I say no, the man might not be jealous, but the truth about the matter is that he just wants to hit back at the lady, for leaving him and whatever. Whether he's jealous or not, but don't allow yourself to be a victim. Like you rightly said, before you leave a relationship, file for divorce and make sure that divorce is concluded. That's why I hail this rude boy of Peace Square.
Yes,
his ended very, very. In fact, every divorce was just concluded before he met
settlements.
Before he met Ivy. Do you know that today he's married to Ivy?
Yes.
And Anita, the ex-wife, cannot sue him because that divorce was concluded.
Just concluded. He's settled things.
Exactly, but you can't tell me.
And he's taking care of his kids.
Yes, you can't tell me just like that the free's wife Benedicta. You can't tell me that you just filed for a divorce and you walked away. Apparently, the case came up in court the first time. There was no person to represent you. The second time, the third time. So they just kept your file like that. That made it to linger for 12 years. It is not normal that a case should linger for a case of divorce to linger for 12 years. It is not just possible like that. So what now really happened? That kind of thing. So,
anyways,
I don't know.
My final take is, if you are a woman, women, we are beautiful. We've got strength. We have charisma.
Yes.
We are God's temple. Don't go about parading yourself and your personality. You have to hold some guts back.
Yes.
Reserve some of the personality, all right? If you are beautiful, your husband, maybe your last marriage or relationship did not work out, you want to move on with dignity. That's what I would say. Make sure that everything that concerns your former marriage, your ex-marriage, is concluded, well processed. That way you can move on with dignity, so that you don't have your ex-husband coming on social media, doing all this saga, like what is going on now with Daddy Freeze and his ex-wife, and then his recent wife and her husband, all those swing up and down. What legacy are you leaving for your children?
That's right.
Who are you a role model to? The same children you're bringing to the world.
Exactly.
So what would they feel when they grow and go on social media and see that this was how your wife, your mother was, or this is how your father was? It's not a good one. So let's leave a legacy that our children can copy.
Yes, and that's the same thing. That's the same thing I told Benedicta. That video that she did, to be honest with you, there was absolutely no need for that.
There was no need.
You know why? Because this boy that you gave birth to, that is Daddy Free's own now. But at the time the boy grows up, people will start taunting him, either his peers or his classmates or whatever. You are born into adultery, or you're born out of adultery, and then the boy will just be suffering it. He might not tell you, but this thing will affect the boy. So for ladies, look, if you are, first of all, if you're getting married to anybody and you have to go about it the legal way, do the civil wedding, make sure that your name is spelled out. If your name is Victoria, Mrs. Victoria, then your husband's name. Don't just say Mrs. Your husband's name. Put your name there, Victoria, so that it is known that it is you.
Yeah.
And if by tomorrow you people decide to go, because you are both adults, if you decide to go your separate ways the next year or the next 2 years or whenever, right? Make sure that the divorce is properly done, concluded. Process your divorce and let it be concluded before you move on. Otherwise, this adultery case will keep on going back and forth.
To linger.
You understand? There are some tribes that if the man is not properly divorced from the woman, any child you have for another man belongs to that man.
Of course.
There are some tribes that are like that.
There are some tribes.
You understand?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's true.
Exactly. So
that's
you
true.
make sure that you are properly divorced from this person before you move on. Okay, it doesn't take anything. Get your legal team to work on that. They will know how best to go about it. That this thing in the next 2 or 3 years you are free. So you can now fly or do whatever thing you want to do. That's all we're saying in this video. Okay. All right. So guys, my fans, my friends, leave your comments at the comment section as usual. It's open and free. Just share your thoughts with me on this, and then let me know what you think. To my friend Holy Ray,
thank you for having me.
She's holy. She's holy.
Judy TV show.
She's holy. You heard that name. Thank you, sis, for coming. I sincerely appreciate
this. Thank you so much for having
me. Guys, I'll see you
me.
guys in my next video. You know how we do it now. So for now, I'd like to end this video here. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you people, and I celebrate you all. Take care and bye.
Yeah, bye. All right.
Okay. Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay.